The ruins are at the heart of the island. We'll take a known safe route.
It's a long way, Sensei. Are you sure you're feeling up to it?
Not really. But I couldn't possibly miss this.
Well, please don't overdo it, will you?
Well, well. Again we meet. It seems you have a knack for cheating death. As a hunter, I see you have grown. The fire in your eyes burns stronger now. Fitting that our paths cross here, in the sacred land of the ancient hunters. Traces of their aspirations remain, both within you and without. Once it was so that hunters were born here, raised here, and would die on this soil. But in time, they expanded their horizons, crossing the sea to Azuma. But that migration was only possible with the power of Karakuri. With the knowledge and technology possessed only by those hunters of old. Sadly, all that was no longer is. The haven the hunters built for themselves in Azuma was washed away by the rain of 1,000 days. A great flood that covered all the land. What few hunters survived dispersed northward or westward, taking with them what little knowledge remained of Karakuri. All that was left behind crystallized to become the seed. So you see, all that was left behind now exists within you. You need only hunt, and trust that in so doing, the seed will soon grow.
Over there, look! Oi!
Sorry to keep you. Your successful defeat of the kimono means we can proceed with the... Oh, what's wrong? Really? I haven't seen anyone. This place is far too dangerous for most. Anyway, never mind. Let's get on with the plan. You remember we discussed how you're enabled to conjure and command Karakuri anywhere you like? Well, the reason for that is intimately tied to a form of energy known as celestial thread. Think about when you create Karakuri out of nothing. Tendril-like phenomena appear, don't they? That is celestial thread. It's the motive force behind all Karakuri. If there isn't enough of it, Karakuri can't operate. The larger and more complex the Karakuri, the more celestial thread is required to power it. You've probably noticed already as you've been walking around that these ruins appear to be some kind of giant Karakuri. We can only imagine that at one time it was functioning as intended until, for some reason, the celestial thread here dried up and it ground to a halt.
For some reason. Due to stagnation of ki in the ground, perhaps?
Precisely. Ki and celestial thread are essentially the same thing. The key here is not flowing. Fix that, and these ruins should come alive. Legend tells that this place is actually an elaborate machine used to divert celestial thread to another location. And I'm sure by now you can deduce what location that is. Yes! Minato! Which means that if we're successful here, all the karakuri that have been gathering dust in Minato until now should suddenly spring to life!
I was starting to think I'd never see them working again. It's been so...
What we're trying to achieve here is crucial to the survival of the town. The influence of the kimono is growing all the time, and we have no way to defend ourselves. Sooner or later, we'll be forced to abandon Minato. So after many long discussions among the elders, they decided we should work towards restoring the town's karakuri to give us the means to fight back. Which is why your task here is to use your skills to wake up this ancient place.
All Minato's karakuri working again. I just can't imagine it.
It's exciting, isn't it? I have memories from my early childhood when they were still working.
The wall is opening up.
And look at the celestial thread weaving its way. Oh, this I have to study.
So, we did it!
Yes, we did! A great success! You played your part perfectly. Thank you so much. Now, let us hurry back to Minato and see the transformation.
Yes. I can't wait to see what's happening around town. Let's go!
I can't wait to see the transformation.
Amazing, amazing, amazing! I never dreamed this could happen! Everything is working again! It's like life has been restored to the whole town. Every karakuri is working again. Oh, then the karakuri at the forge will be... This I have to see!
Well, Natsume's happy. To be honest, there are dozens of things I'd like to experiment with, too. And if you wouldn't mind, I'll be needing your help with many of them. Wow. Isn't this something? I expect you're dying to look around town. I know I am. Just think of the dust flying off all those old karakuri as they spring back to life. The bathhouse near the town gates, for example. The hot waters will be flowing again. Ah, they don't need an attendant now. It couldn't have gone better. And it's all thanks to you.
Oh!
It all went exactly to plan. The town's karakuri are buzzing again. I simply couldn't have done it without you, you know.
So, how... Whoa! You want to know what's still to do? Here's the list. All right. I think we're about done for now. Let's catch up again soon.
We used to just take the antlers for the shrine without... Oh yeah? What is all the commotion outside? The town, alive again. Dear Hunter, have you heard the unfortunate news? Of the corpse found along the Blossom Trail. They have identified the poor soul at last. A fine young farming fellow. Such a waste. It was a customer of mine who happened upon the tragedy. There is no doubt in my mind that this is the work of Kemono.
Because it's hogwash. Dansuke wasn't killed by any kemono.
Welcome back.
It makes no sense. Dansuke had some of the fastest legs in town. Besides, I happen to know he got into a fight with someone from your store the day before he disappeared. If you ask me, you lot did him in, and then tried to make it look like the work of a kemono. No, but Kogyoku isn't one of us. She and her Crimson Treasury patrons can't be trusted.
You see what dreadful ill will befalls me? A hunter's eye is what we need to see if this really was the work of Kemono or not. Or so say the skeptical few.
Waste of time. I'm sure these snakes will have covered their tracks. But go on. Be my guest.
I leave it in your ever-capable hands. I have some new item. Which item has caught your eye? Perhaps you were hoping to hear... Oh.
I've been meaning to talk to you. Sumimasen. This karakuri can maintain a higher temperature in the hearth, so I'll be much more used to you now. The times I've tried and failed to get all the things in this forge working, most of this equipment has been gathering dust. But now, it's had a new lease on life. Minato could thrive again, like in the old days. And it's all come about thanks to you. I honestly don't know how to express my gratitude. Just... arigato. I heard you've set up a new camp on the Harugasumi Way. If you like, maybe I could take some tools up there, and materials too, to make things a little more convenient. The easier it is for you to hunt, the more materials come my way, and the more forging I can do. Hopefully, that will help you out as well. You've already done so much for me after all. Just give me a minute to grab my things. Strike while the iron's hot, as they say. I'm ready to leave. Do you have something particular in mind? Whew, I think... Alright, let's see what I can do for you. Can I be of service in any other way at all?
Ah, so you're back at last. Care to explain what's going on? How are you holding up? Every single karakuri in Minato is working again. Hard at work as usual? You're no stranger to the Spirit Isle, are you? Takes me back, thinking about that place. I hunted Kemono there not long after I first came to Minato. This body of mine was less creaky back then. I was escorting a gathering party, if I remember rightly. All of a sudden, there was a scream from the bay. A giant bird had tried to take a child, and the father was beside himself. But luckily for him, the gallant Daidoji Ujishige wasn't far away. I pulled the child from the Kemono's clutches and dispatched the beast in one fell swoop. Boy, you think I'm bragging? Believe me, I was a force to be reckoned with in my younger years. But if you need proof, go and see for yourself. There's bound to be more of them. Ready to make off with another victim given half a chance. Oh, but if you are heading over there, don't take it lightly. That Kemono was almost more than I could handle. Almost. I couldn't say if you'll be able to defeat it or not. But if you emerge victorious, I'll have to give you credit where credit's due. And if you don't, well, we'll laugh about it over a cup of sake. I'm looking forward to it either way.
You took care of the sap scourge for us, did you? Well, at least our cross won't suffer anymore. I don't have anything against the kimono, really. But with the water polluted like that, nothing could survive. I'll make sure you're compensated for the work. And maybe I'll call on your services again sometime. Oh, you're a hunter then.
I had some business arranged here in Minato. He's a hunter too, you know? A good one. I've bought things from him before, and he's always been very reliable. He promised me some deer antler this time. You couldn't go and look for...
Oh, Minato's karakuri. Kogyok-san has been very good to me since I ended up here in Minato. I'll always be in her debt. Hello? Kogyok-san has been very good to me since I ended up here in Minato. I'll always be in her debt. Yeah.
Are you the hunter who went to the Spirit Isle? The one who made the wheel turn? It made Ji-san so happy. I wanted to say thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Ji-san said it used to turn back in the day. That's before I was born. And he said it was a really big thing when it stopped turning. He tells me lots and lots of stories, you know? Oh, like the one about a huge tortoise on the Spirit Isle with coral on its back. Ji-san used to be a merchant, and he told me he saw a piece of its shell for sale once. Do you think there really is a kimono like that on the island? Could you go and have a look for me? Here we are then. Let's get to work. Let me know when you're finished over there. The camp's coming together nicely, I think. Time for a break, maybe? We can have a chat while we catch our breath. You came to Minato from the west, didn't you? Along the mountain path. That means you must have walked right around the foot of the secret mountain. That's what we call it. But people from Minato don't venture that way anymore. It was a sacred place for the hunters of old. Much like the Spirit Isle, I think. But I've never heard of any settlements or tracks that way. I suppose the weather's too inhospitable. Sometimes you see clouds of kocho fluttering around the mountainsides, though. It is pretty, but creepy in a way, too. They're called eternity ringlets. That particular type of kocho. I suppose because they gather by the injured and the dead. In the old days, some people even thought that humans in kemono turned into kocho when they died. Anyway, ready to get back to work? Let's leave it there for today, shall we? Another one? They're getting very frequent lately.
Really? Interesting.
It was like a moving mountain. Honestly, I've never seen such a huge and terrifying kimono.
It reminds me of something I read in the records from centuries ago. A giant kimono ripped across the land. The castle, the town, the people, all were swallowed in rock. If this is the same creature, it would explain the frequent tremors we've been experiencing recently. Even the strange behavior we observed in the other kimono could be traced back to this giant.
All my life I've lived in Minato, and I had no idea such a kimono lived so close.
Well, kimono only stray outside of their territory in exceptional circumstances, and they rarely show themselves to us. Remember, all kimono, no matter how big or small, are sustained by the same energy, celestial thread. And since celestial thread is ubiquitous, they have no need to wander in search of it.
But then, why has this kimono Could it be because there's no threat left in its territory, perhaps?
Yes, that's my hypothesis too. I believe our giant is hungry, due to some great change in the flow of thread in its environment. Now, we recently flooded our town with celestial thread by restoring the karakuri on the Spirit Isle. So, unfortunately, we've made Minato look rather appetizing.
But that's terrible. That means this kemono is going to expand its territory this way and swallow us up.
I wish I could fault your logic, and I'm afraid we can't reverse what we've done. I had a nagging feeling that something might go wrong, but not this wrong. If only I had investigated the possible outcomes more thoroughly.
No one's to blame. None of us could have anticipated this. We didn't know anything. Wait. Didn't you say you'd encountered this bear once before? Heading from the sacred mountain towards Minato?
Oh. So that means it comes from a habitat to the north. But no, we don't have time to be pondering the cause. We must decide how to act, and quickly. Are you serious? I realize your hunting skills are exceptional, but no single person could dispatch a beast of that size! Even if everyone in town pulled together, the best we could hope to do is give it a nasty surprise to begin with before... No, come on, Suzuran. You owe it to Minato to fix this. Think now. Going along the Harugasumi Way, its enormous bulk will mean it has to descend into the river. If we can position Karakuri along the bluff, we might be able to defeat it before it hits the town. I think that's the only workable strategy at this point. I'll talk to the elders about preparing the necessary Karakuri. What I need you to do is buy us some time. Without a chance to prepare, I'm afraid we're doomed.
I wonder if I could... Sorry, I need to go and test something. Meet me later at the forge.
It's going to take all we've got to overcome this threat. The town needs your help now more than ever. Believe me, I'm doing everything I can think of.
Good. You're here. Sorry to run off in the middle of a conversation like that, but I had an idea that couldn't wait. I'll come straight to the point. I need some kimono materials, and I need them fast. I started playing around with some new innovations after all the karakuri came back to life, you see. And I think I might have come up with a weapon we can use to fight that giant kimono. It's clearly a rock kimono of some kind, isn't it? Did you notice how its body was covered in deep crevices? And how kocho were fluttering around those parts? In the same sort of way that they swarm over the corpses of kimono, or their wounds. Well, if those crevices are wounds too, they could be weak points. And with my new weapon, we could target them from the ground. Which is why I really need those materials. I'm basically after a large quantity of iron sand. More than we have time to dig out of the ground. But I've remembered that Nobu mentioned a rumor about a kemono that scatters iron sand. I'm sorry to be asking yet another favor, but do you think you could help?
If we can't live in Minato anymore, where do we go? I don't have anywhere else.
Is there anything I can help with? Whatever it takes. I'll do whatever I can to help. I'll do whatever I can. I really don't know how effective.
So, I knew I shouldn't have come. I'm going back to Minato!
What a thoroughly awkward man. But now he is gone. You can investigate in peace. I am so terribly sorry. I had no idea this customer here would follow you.
Lucy! I had to make sure everything was above board.
How heartwarming to see you back again. One of you at least. May I know the outcome of your investigations?
More lies? I mean, even if Dansuke was mauled by a kemono, that doesn't mean he wasn't murdered first.
Why do you suppose he would have been murdered in such a place?
Who said he was? He could have been killed and then taken there, to make it look like a kemono did it.
And yet, so many traces of a struggle remain. My, the assailant was careless.
Right? If you're so sure that's what happened, what kemono was it? If there are so many clues, you obviously know.
Come now. Even you must have heard that no one in Minato has seen the likes of what this beast left behind.
Because it wasn't a kemono. No. This was the work of humans.
Dear oh dear. And an unknown kemono at large. How troubling. What a terrible crisis we face. I have heard the dreadful news of this earth-breaking bear that threatens Minato. The wise walk, the long path to avoid danger. But Togahime has asked for my help personally. So I intend to provide all the gunpowder I can find in my stock. Though how effective it will prove, I cannot say. There's an old saying, when all weapons are gone, our bare hands remain. Remember that. And whatever happens, I wish you fortitude. The gunpowder I supplied is... Which item has caught your eye? The best of us... I would so hate for your fine features to...
Oi. You're not allowed to look blue. Heard the news. So? I've seen how seriously you and the sensei are taking. Although, to be honest, but if you think of... Need me for something else? Iron sand? Ah! You're talking about the Tsunatsuzumi. Yeah, you see those grit dogs on the shore of the Spirit Isle from time to time. If you're looking for one, I can show you a place where they often seem to gather.
whatever it takes. We have to. I'll do whatever I... Protecting Minato means everything. I really don't know how effective my weapons will be.
Can you really... What? Be careful. Just to see you die out there. Even if you are an outsider.
Is it a kimono or a mountain?
He's dead? That's terrible. I mean, I know hunting is a dangerous game, but even so. Poor man. And, did you have any luck on the hunt?
What? That King Tusk? Those things are worth a small fortune.
I'll have to throw a huge reward your way for this.
I'll organize the fishermen. You want to know what's still to do? Here's the list. In the wise words of my father, we'll follow your lead.
Is there any... Whatever it takes. Protecting Minato means everything to me. Protecting Minato means everything to me. I'll do whatever I really don't know how effective my weapons will be.